What if I told you that for the past 53 days, we, and the entire media, have been fed one massive, devastating lie? Nancy Guthrie, a helpless 84-year-old woman, vanishes into the dead of night. But wait, did she just wander off, or was she methodically taken? And even more sickening, what if the very police department sworn to solve this case is actually hiding the biggest clues right in front of our eyes? Today, we are ripping the lid off the propped open doors and the alleged police cover-ups that will leave you absolutely speechless. You need to watch until the very end, because the final twist I'm about to drop has shaken all of America to its core. This terrifying nightmare started on the pitch-black night of February 1st, when Nancy Guthrie vanished into thin air from the treacherous, unforgiving mountains of the Tucson desert. A fragile woman alone in her home, and the mother of Savannah Guthrie, one of the most famous, wealthy, and beloved TV personalities in the world. At first, the authorities painted this as a tragic, simple missing person case. They claimed she might have just gotten confused and walked out. But the terrain where she vanished is like solid concrete. It is crawling with venomous rattlesnakes, mountain lions, and deadly heat. A normal person cannot survive out there alone. As the days dragged on in agonizing silence, the tension exploded. Savannah Guthrie's heart was shattered into a million pieces, and meanwhile, bizarre and disturbing cracks began to show in the investigation. This case was never as simple as the authorities wanted us to believe. The absolute incompetence and glaring delays by the Pima County Sheriff's Department, who were leading the search, signaled a massive storm brewing behind closed doors. This drama was a ticking time bomb, because when you mix astronomical wealth, extreme fame, and a deeply unsolved mystery, history proves that something sinister is bound to crawl out of the shadows. And then came the absolute bombshell that flipped this entire investigation upside down. Right in the middle of a desperate search, an unprecedented, full-blown mutiny erupted against Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos from inside his own department. Just think about it, while Nancy's life hung by a thread, the police union, representing 300 furious deputies, unanimously cast a shocking no-confidence vote against their own sheriff. This isn't just a minor disagreement. According to insider leaks and furious officers, the scene was practically a war zone. The deputies were utterly enraged, directly accusing Sheriff Nanos of clearing the crime scene way too early, letting crucial evidence get destroyed, and failing to call in the FBI when every second counted. But hold your breath, because the real twist is even more sickening. As the media dug into this internal war, a horrifying history was dragged into the light. It turns out Sheriff Nanos has an incredibly dark, tainted past. In his previous department, he was allegedly suspended a staggering 8 times for use of force and extreme misconduct. And the worst part? He hid this fact under oath. Who can trust a police force like this? Is this catastrophic failure actually part of a massive, dark cover-up to protect the real culprits? As this dark record of alleged corruption leaked to the press, the case caught fire and spiraled completely out of control. Every single news network was in an absolute frenzy. And right at the peak of this intense backlash against the police, Savannah Guthrie sat down for her first interview on the Today Show, and it was so utterly heartbreaking, it sent shockwaves across the internet. Weeping and completely shattered, Savannah confessed, "I wake up every night in the darkness, and I imagine her terror. Somebody thought, oh, that lady has money. We can make a quick buck." She is agonizingly blaming her own fame for her mother's tragedy. But the shocking reveal that made millions of viewers' blood run cold was this: on the very first day of the investigation, the back doors of Nancy's home were found perfectly propped open. Nancy vanished from her bed, wearing only her pajamas. Her shoes, her phone, and her purse were all left untouched inside. If she wandered off alone, who propped open the heavy back doors from the outside? Was she dragged into the dark by a predator? And the most enraging question of all, why on earth did the police hide this massive, game-changing clue from the public for 53 days? The moment this leaked, the internet went into an absolute meltdown. Social media has officially turned into a toxic, digital war zone. Twitter, Reddit, and true crime communities are erupting with rage. On one side, thousands of furious citizens are screaming for Pima County supervisors and Sheriff Nanos to resign immediately. If the sheriff is covering up his own past, how can we expect justice for Nancy? On the other side, authorities are facing brutal backlash for intentionally blocking elite search teams, like the highly skilled Cajun Navies with their horses and ATVs, from entering the exact terrain where Nancy went missing. Why is the police actively blocking top experts from searching the desert? What are they terrified someone might find buried out there? The internet is violently divided. Half the world is crying alongside Savannah Guthrie, sending prayers and demanding FBI intervention, while the other half is launching furious conspiracies about inside jobs and botched investigations. The debates are vicious, trending worldwide, and the fire is only spreading faster. Did you think the madness stopped there? Not even close. There is one final, terrifying twist in this nightmare that will keep you awake tonight. In the chaotic early days of this case, mysterious ransom notes were sent to local TV stations. At first, investigators brushed them off as cruel, sick hoaxes. But now, Savannah Guthrie herself just dropped a massive, chilling hint that she actually believes 2 of those ransom notes might be 100% real. If the ransom notes are authentic, why have the kidnappers gone dead silent? And if this was truly a kidnapping for ransom, does that mean, against all odds, and after 54 agonizing days, Nancy Guthrie is still alive out there? Behind the propped open doors and the police mutiny lies a terrifying truth that is about to explode. Savannah has warned that she will reveal more unbearable details about the investigation in the coming days. Does she finally know who the real monster is? Guys, this is no longer just a missing person case. This is a story of catastrophic failures, extreme power plays, and a family's ultimate nightmare. What do you think is really going on? Was this purely a targeted kidnapping for Savannah's money, or is there a much darker police cover-up happening right in front of us? Drop your raw, unfiltered theories in the comments right now. If you want to be the very first to get the next explosive update on the Nancy Guthrie case, you need to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications instantly. Share this video everywhere. In our next episode, we are going to break down those mysterious ransom notes that might finally blow this case wide open. Until then, trust no one.